Hello, everybody. This is Upper Group Gaming, and welcome to the SRX Series Race 6, the championship race. Watch for Bobby Labonte and Ernie Francis Jr. They're going to be close. Ernie Francis Jr. needs to beat Labonte by a lot, and they start towards the back. Bobby Labonte actually got an unlucky draw, and it's going to start dead last. Bobby Labonte is going to start dead last, and Ernie Francis Jr. starting 10th. We're starting 8th. So we got an okay draw. Green flag is in the air. We are racing. And the outside line gets a great jump on the restart. Oh, we get a little bit wide off the turn. We're going to be side by side with Bill Elliott. We're going to get the run down the front stretch. We actually lift quite a bit. And we run into the back of the 14 of Tony Stewart, and he goes wide. We get into him off the turn. There, meanwhile, Kanan and Michael Waltrip are side by side for second. We're going to get a run on Kanan and maybe Waltrip as well. In practice race to get the AI difficulty, it might not have been hard enough. We'll see. Maybe we'll be better on the longer runs. Now Stewart and Waltrip go by us on the outside. Stewart's going to peek out on Waltrip. I'm going to try to follow them. Move of the 15, 14. A power move by Tony Stewart. You don't want to run into the back of that 14 car. Right behind Tony Stewart. A heavy braking into the turn. A little bit wide. We go down on the apron. Not a very good turn for us. Started out pretty good. Is now Tony Stewart. He has caught up to Ernie Francis Jr. That 14 car has had some bad luck this season, but he seems to be having a good race tonight. When nearly got his rear quarter panel. We're going to turn down, maybe try to get a good drive off. We went down on the apron, so we weren't able to get quite as much of a drive off as I was hoping. We're going to go to the inside of Stewart down the backstretch. We're going to be side by side coming off turn 4. Not able to clear us, and we're able to get a run on him. We're able to get some pretty good runs down the straightaways. Oh, we get up into him. We both get loose. Now I'm gonna be on his outside. We'll see if I can make the pass around the outside now. I couldn't quite do it on the inside. I was close. We're not quite gonna be able to clear him heading into turn 3. Be able to get to our corner panel in turn 4, and now we're gonna clear him. And we're gonna have a full head of steam, and we're gonna move Hideo Castroneves out of the way for the lead. I am the new leader here at the Nashville Fairgrounds. Only 10 laps complete. "25 laps is the green flag limit here in the SRX. Is now Castroneves is going to get a run as we are kind of sleeping with our lead. With our fastest lap under 20 seconds. I figured out how to get it where I don't have much tire wear. I made the ratio as high as possible. I turned it down for this race because my tires could have been worn a little bit more and it would have been fine. Maybe it'll make me faster overall. You gotta find the balance. Because if you have a high ratio like 32 to 1, you won't get much tire wear. Maybe that's because maybe that's because I'm a keyboard player and I don't have a controller. I just don't have a controller to use it. Like I don't have any gaming console. I guess I have a Wii, but I get a little bit high. After this season, there's a couple exhibition races I want to do. Olympic race / race of champions. All different nationalities. Teased a little bit of that on my Discord. I want to do that at an oval in Japan. I tried to do like Suzuka and stuff. I was a fast lap, but I just could not get the tracks to work, or they didn't have enough people, and with that I could do 42 drivers. It's pretty much the max. I think you can get it up to 48, but I don't think I've ever been able to get more than 43 when I'm driving. We got a great drive off. You hit the wall on the back stretch because now we're 3/4 of a second ahead of Castroneves. Oh, we added 6/10 of a second to our lead that last lap. We were clear of the 3 car. We do not need to run hard. I just wonder if the AI difficulty wasn't high enough. I mean, I do a race, try to figure out. I do a race and then that get a short race, exhibition race against against these drivers, get the AI difficulty right, but I don't know. Because not all tracks are created equal. Okay, after this, I have this race. I want to do a 200 lap race at Slinger. That would be fun. Problem is I just don't have time because the only time I really have are evenings and on the weekends. And not every evening I'm free, and same thing with weekends. I really don't have much time on Sunday. I don't have time Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon. To record videos. Two laps to the fun flag. We are just 3.4 seconds. I just gotta try to make sure that I don't wear on my tires. That's what I'm gonna try to do because there's no way I'm gonna put anyone a lap down. So by doing that, we just take the turns easy. Brake early. Now the caution flag is out. Green flag. Up through the gears they go, heading into turn one. Made a great jump on Tony Stewart and the rest of the field. 0.8 seconds to lead as we rocket down the backstretch and into turn three. Stewart's trimming that lead down. Half a second. 0.4 seconds. We do have the clean air, which, well, it may not be aerodynamics. It is in terms of blocking. That 14 car is, hey, the car besides us, I mean, he has a lot of speed. Ernie Francis Jr. is up to fourth. I don't know where Bobby Labonte is, but Ernie Francis Jr. could take the title. Yeah, Labonte's seventh thing. That's close. I think it's 5 points separating them. And then, yeah, so I think he needs to finish these 3 spots ahead. I could be wrong about that. Maybe it's like 7 or something. He needs to finish 4 spots ahead. Oh, Labonte's passing someone. Oh, well, he's side by side with Walt Tripp. Looks like big battle between those two guys. Yeah, looks like Labonte's ahead of him. When did we go back green? I'll just say lap 30. I'll try to throw like a fun flag. We're on lap like 59 or 58 or something. I'll throw it on lap. I'll throw it on lap 59. So when 59 laps are completed. Anyway, I'm coming to lap 59. I don't know, somewhere around lap 59. Usually when it's time for a fun flag, there aren't many battles. It's usually great racing in the beginning of the run, and then it just kind of is meh. At least that's what I've noticed in the SRX series. Maybe that has to do with there not being very many cars. I'm talking about this NR2003 series, not IRL series. The one thing about Labonte is that he is, Tony Stewart is catching, is that he is not close to the next car, Chase Elliott. Now, Ernie Francis Jr. is pretty close to Helio Castroneves, but Chase Elliott is right behind him as well. And Labonte has a bunch of cars right behind him. And there's Elliott and Ribs. Bill Elliott, not Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott. It's up towards the front. We gotta turn down for what? Willie T. Ribs is already on our radar. Still gonna be like 16 laps before I throw the fun flag. I'm trying to lap him, that'll be fun. I'll lap someone and with the fun flag, it is hard to get lapped. If you're lapped, you're a noob, and Willie T. Ribs in the SRX is a bona fide noob. As I said, noob. No one better find that and make a meme out of it. That was a fast lap in 20 seconds. It's 19 points, and that's a really fast lap. Francis and Labonte haven't changed anything. Francis is still close to Castro Nevis. I got tight off the turn. I still don't know if I'm faster. Which way? We're close to Willie T. We're going to lap him. Tony Stewart is still 1.7 seconds behind us. Which means that we're going to have to be restarting side by side with Willie T. Ribs, which maybe we can clear him in the turn 1, and Tony Stewart will have to battle with him. I'm going to pretend like Willie is 4th position. Sorry this race is boring, but I mean, after the pain we've had in many races, I mean, this is a pleasant surprise. I'm glad not every race was like this. I'm also glad that I actually got to just put in a dominating performance and get the dub and earn it. Still a long ways left. Still 26 laps to go. One more fun flag. The bunching up of the cars. You can see incidents happen, especially with lap traffic. We're going to try to race Willie T. Ribs clean. He's going to try to get a run on us. I'm going to shut the door on him. As we are 2.2 seconds ahead of Tony Stewart. Now Ernie Francis Jr. has passed Helio Castroneves. Bobby Labonte still in 6th, although he is catching the 94 of Chase Elliott. I can't see where he is relation into Michael Waltrip, but the fact that it's split right by them probably means that doing pretty good. You can also see a good battle for the championship as Tony Stewart now has also passed Willie T. Ribs, not per position, but to lap him. We're not going to lap Paul Tracy. All right, next time by, we're throwing the fun flag right before we get to the line. 2.51 seconds the lead we have over Tony Stewart. I don't care that we've gotten damage. We're not going to come down pit road and repair it. And I just take it to the line. We're side by side with Bill A, and we're going to clear him in the turn 1 on the green flag. As it stands, I would move all the way up to 3rd because I would have passed Tony Stewart. I'd pass, I think, Michael Waltrip. Well, actually, I only had passed Helio Castroneves. I'd be 4th. I'd be able to pass Paul Tracy. So I'd Paul Tracy might be close. He makes up a few positions. And then, but what's more important is Ernie Francis Jr. He third place scores you 20 points. That would move him up to 115. And Bobby Labonte, sixth place, earns you 14 points. That would move him up to 118. So he'd win by 3 points. Now, NR2003, I think, so right now it's 17 points to gap. I think 14 points is the net, so he would lose by 3 points in that as well. Ernie Francis Jr. would. So Ernie Francis Jr. needs to make a couple passes. And Bobby Labonte needs to, if Ernie Francis Jr. wins and Bobby Labonte doesn't improve his position, or if Labonte falls some. But right now, it doesn't look like either one's going either way. We are just putting on an absolute dominating performance. Not too dominating because we aren't way far ahead of Stewart, but no one has touched us since we got out front. I think also we had a good plan, a good setup. But Ernie Francis Jr. is catching Tony Stewart. About 0.3 seconds is the gap between the two of them. I can maybe drop back and throw some blocks on Stewart to slow him down. Manufactured some drama. But Ernie Francis Jr. would also have to pass me, as Marco Andretti is way far behind Bobby Labonte. Oh, now it looks like Tony Stewart has put some more daylight in between himself and Ernie Francis Jr. Oh, now it looks like Ernie Francis Jr. has made up a little bit of time. I think if he passes Stewart, he'll win it under the NR2003 points, but not under the SRX points. That would be interesting. Maybe I'll do a recount. Probably not. That would be weird. That would be kind of cool. Unless Bobby Labonte just passes Chase Elliott and tells him, you got to win the race if you want any chance of winning the championship. Willie Tierrez and Bill Elliott have already fallen to the back of the pack. And just like that, Tony Stewart just pulls away from Ernie Francis Jr. just a little bit more. He's on the brakes a little bit too long. That turn, longer than I would have liked. Did he just say 2 to go? Wow, it's 2 to go already. It's the final lap, as Vince Welch would say. 1.58 seconds back to Tony Stewart. Bill Elliott. Oh, Bill Elliott. Bobby Labonte's going to win the championship, but we're going to win at Nashville. Checkered flag for Upper Groove Racing. We win. I need the drivers to congratulate me on the backstretch. Yeah, Tony. Where's Marco? I don't know what I'm trying to accomplish. I'm trying to get to a place where I'm going to do a burnout.
Keep it to 35. Keep it under 3,000 seconds.
We're going to go.
The race is over. Come on in.
We're going to burn it down here with the victory. No pain today. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's race. I will see you for the points. But before that, the results. And just remember, the next series I might do some exhibition races, and then I'll do random track configuration settings for the 2021 Cup Series season. I don't remember any of the matchups officially, but like Daytona could be like Martinsville or something crazy like that to have that configuration settings as Tony Stewart, Ernie Francis Jr., Helio Castroneves, Chase Elliott rounds out the top 5, Bobby Labonte, Marco Andretti, Michael Waltrip, Haley Deegan, Tony Kanaan, and then you have Paul Tracy, Bill Elliott, and Willie T. Ribbs. So Bobby Labonte scored exactly 1,000 points, and he won the championship by 2 points over Ernie Francis Jr. We got 5th. We only finished 6 points behind Tony Stewart. We led 3rd most amount of laps. We led in 3 races. That was tied for the most. Drivers to have completed all the laps: Michael Waltrip, Paul Tracy, Helio Castroneves, Ernie Francis Jr. 3 drivers got top 10s in each race. No one was able to get a top 5 each race. By the line, only driver to win multiple races. Castroneves got lucky. He won 2 poles. We were lucky to get a pole. Ernie Francis Jr., Marco Andretti, and Tony Kanaan each nabbed the pole as well. So see you for the actual SRX points. So here are the game points. Obviously, you have Bobby Labonte winning the championship by 3 points. As I alluded to earlier, we got 4th, only 1 point ahead of Tony Stewart. Chase Elliott only ran 1 race, finished 18th in the points. Willie T. Ribbs ran the whole schedule, and yeah, he got 15th. Brian Brown only ran 1 race, and he finished ahead of him. That's pretty bad from the 17 team. Scott Speed and Greg Biffle, who each ran 2 races, both had 26 points. Tony Kanaan, just a couple of races. Haley Deegan had a solid performance, beating Bill Elliott as well in only 3 races. So yeah, that's the full season. Castroneves, obviously, podium. Tony Stewart really underperformed compared to how he did in the actual SRX. He had a few poor finishes, though. He had 2 disappointing finishes. One of them was a mechanical, and one was yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next week. Have a good one.